that's the culture that we have here. These guys, they've enjoyed their experience. And I like to think that we've created a great experience for them. And, we've tried to make the right decisions on the guys that come in on the front end. So, in order to sustain that, you've got to continue to make good decisions in who you recruit, and then have a lot of discipline and accountability in the program every single day.
Have you seen quarterback play this spring that you think can win a championship?
Oh, absolutely. That's why we recruited him. We recruited all 4 of them and signed them all for a reason. So we would never have signed them if we didn't believe in them. And sometimes some guys might be backup, some guys might be the starter or whatever, but we definitely have the ingredients to be a team that has a chance. That's really where we want to be every year. I'm never going to hear me come out and say we're going to win it all. I just want to be one of those teams that has a chance. That's all you can ask for. And there's a lot that goes into all the rest of it. And I want to see a team. Our goal is never to go win the national championship. Y'all know our goals. That's just a byproduct of our goals and the commitment. But I think we got a team that can compete and has a legitimate chance to accomplish the 5 goals that we have as a team. And we'll be committed to being the best we can be day in and day out. And we'll see a good team emerge.
Can you talk about what you like from your defense today?
Well, kind of what we were talking about earlier. I mean, we've got a bunch of guys that can play. And when you split the D-line, you split the linebackers, I saw a lot of young guys. I mean, Nolan Turner, Isaiah Simmons. These are, guys that nobody even knows who they are. Skowski, Shaq out there. There's a lot of guys that are going to play some football for us this year that not really anybody knows right now. Denzel, I really am encouraged. Niles Pinckney, some of these young guys that, Jabril, he's a guy we're counting on to step up. And so again, when you can split the team and not give up a ton of sacks, we had some miscues, but I think that's a credit to both sides, the type of depth we got.
Balin Spector had a couple of pressures there too. Is he another guy that potentially avoid a red shirt?
Yeah, Spec's exactly what we hoped he'd be. I mean, he's an instinctive football player. Very, very smart, fast. He's played a lot of positions in his career, which I think just gives him a real good understanding of the game. And he's going to be a good one. He's going to be a really good one.
Kind of opposite ends of the spectrum today, production-wise, for Deion Kane and Ray McLeod. What did you see out of those 2 guys?
Well, they've had great springs. Really both of them. Really pleased with what they've done, how they've worked all spring. Deion, a couple opportunities today didn't really work out, but man, he's been awesome all spring. Last scrimmage we had on Wednesday, he was probably had the best day of anybody all spring. And then Ray made some plays. You saw some things from him in the running game, passing game, return game, and that's what we need from him. We need him to be a playmaker for us, and he's done that all spring. So it'll be exciting, especially when you put it all together. And you saw Cornell. Cornell's going to be a great football player. Travion's had an excellent spring. Renfro is, the Renfro Nation continues to grow, and proud of him. But DeAndre Overton, good to see him. He's a young guy that's got to mature physically, but good to see him make a big play out there today. And, it's going to be a good group, especially when we had a couple of young guys coming in.
What were those emotions running through at halftime when you're sending off? They're getting the rings. Is that kind of the perfect send-off that you can have for them?
Yeah, I just kind of wung it. I didn't really. It wasn't any scripted process. It was just kind of, but it's easy to wing it when you're really passionate about what you're talking about. And I love those guys. Appreciate them. What they did here is amazing, and we'll all remember that forever. And it was kind of neat. We had a great moment Wednesday night when we did the ring ceremony with our team, but to be able to kind of separate our guys, our seniors, and put them in front of the crowd like that was really neat. I was very hopeful we'd have a great crowd, and so that was pretty special. One more time to be able to call their name and to hear the roar of the crowd for each one of those seniors. And Jordan and Artavis couldn't be here today, but they certainly wish they could have. And just proud of them, appreciate them, and thought it was a pretty cool moment and a good way for them to get their rings instead of just stop by the equipment room and pick it up.
Is there an update on Noah Green?
Yeah, Noah, and I thought we had talked about that at some point this spring, but Noah Noah has taken a medical. He decided that back in December. It's a decision that he made. Those of you close to the program, y'all know he's had some health issues and some just some intestinal things and stuff that he was born with, and he's had a couple of surgeries, and that was a big loss for us because Noah's a good football player, but he's still in the program, and Logan Tisch as well. Logan Tisch is another one, a walk-on for us, but very important part of our program, and both of those guys aren't going to be able to play anymore, but they'll still be a part of what we're doing on a day-to-day basis.
I know you've talked about going back to normalcy and turning the page away from the national championship, but I mean, were you able to do that in the spring? Can you do that with the label of defending national champion on your back?
Yeah, we don't have any label of defending national champion. I mean, we're if we had Deshaun and Mike and Artavis and Gallman and Ben, then we might if we had them all back. But we don't. We're a new team, and so we're on a new journey, and our guys have a good mindset. For us, it's always about what's next, and that's just how we approach it. So start over, and those plays that won last year, we got to go make them again to have a chance.
Time for a couple more.
So look forward to it.
Coach Hunter Johnson had a rough start to the game, but then he dropped that 30-yard touchdown pass in the bucket for Overton. What does that tell you about his mental toughness?
Oh, he's going to be a great football player. He's got everything you can want. He's one of those guys I think was, okay, but we had a couple snap issues, timing of the motions, but he's had a really good spring. He's had a lot on him, and to be able to go out there and process everything that our quarterbacks have to do, again, that's for him and Zarek for the first time. That is a great teachable opportunity, and something that next time they get out there in that situation, they'll be much more prepared.
What was it that Kelly was dealing with exactly on his pinky?
What's that?
Kelly's pinky, what was it?
Tore a tendon right on the end, and so had to splint it up, and he wanted to keep playing, so he just taped it up, splint it up, and went on through it.
And how long will he miss?
He's not gonna miss anything. Spring's over, but we've got a couple weeks of weightlifting, and then they have discretionary time. They finish school finals, and then they got a couple weeks off before summer one starts. So he'll be ready to go when we get back, but they'll just splint it up, or you can't bend it, so it'll stay straight, and should be fine.
Not a lot of schools have their quarterbacks go live in the spring game. Each team had just one sack. Is that kind of an indication of how athletic those quarterbacks are?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a game changer. It's good for your defense too. Just kind of exposes them a little bit, and some of those sacks, quick whistles, aren't really sacks, and some of those tackles for loss aren't really tackles for loss, and I think it just helps everyone, have a little bit different sense of urgency and get better. And so we went 3 days this spring, and again, if we didn't have this type of competition going on, we probably would obviously didn't do that with Deshaun, but Kelly is pretty special with his feet, as you can see. He can make a lot of plays, and he can make a lot of plays with his arm, but those other guys can too, and so it just was. They really wanted to do it, so I love that about our group. I love the mindset of that quarterback room. And the good news is we got some guys, and when it all shakes out, hey, best guy's going to win the job, and whoever runs out there for the Tigers will be prepared to win, no doubt.
Thank you, Coach.